Good morning, party people. It is Friday, January 4th, 2019. This is Pop Culture Review presents. This is Pop Culture Review presents the Daily Download. You may have seen last night. We're actually going to split this show off. I'm going to move all the kind of TV news type things to a nighttime show, which I am currently calling anyway because it amuses me. What kind of day is? What kind of day has it been? A bunch of eagle-eyed Twitter users noticed that this was a West Wing reference for me, which is I mentioned in the video. Aaron Sorkin famously created the West Wing and used it as the season one finale title of his episode. Sorkinites will notice that he's actually used that title. What kind of day has it been? What kind of day has it been to be the season one finale of a bunch of his other shows, including Sports Night and Studio 60 and the Sunset Strip? That was actually also the name of the series finale of Newsroom. So clearly it is a favorite line of Sorkin's. It actually comes from a line that someone on A Few Good Men would say every day after their shooting, and they would have their post-day shooting meetings that night. One of the I think it was a producer on the film would start every meeting by asking, "What kind of day has it been?" And that's the origin of that Sorkin line, which I've now co-opted for my nighttime streaming show here. Anyway, just to recap, last night the big TV news is that we have a season 2 drop date for The Punisher of January 18th. Just a couple of weeks. And Killing Eve, BBC America announced yesterday, season 2 will begin on Sunday, April 7th at 8 o'clock. Also, the other big news is that CW has ordered a pilot order for Batwoman, which would star Ruby Rose, who famously came off of this year's Arrowverse crossover event, Elseworlds. It was maybe ended up serving as kind of a backdoor pilot to introduce her. No one really was surprised. She was very popular. She did great in the role. It would be an interesting addition to the Arrowverse to have Ruby Rose's Batwoman introduced into that environment. Anyway, so today will just be what to watch, and then we're going to get on with our lives. I've been talking to people, just some feedback about this. And they made the point of saying that TV recommendations, they just want to be able to kind of get in and get out quick. That was the phrase used, and I agree with that. By the time I'm done talking at about 10 o'clock, maybe you forgot what 8 o'clock is, so we're going to keep this a little bit shorter. Anyway, Friday is interesting night of television. There are some dependable dramas on. That when they're on, it's a great night of TV. When they're not on, Friday is a wasteland. Luckily, tonight they're on. MacGyver is back at 8 o'clock. This is our fan favorite and our top pick to watch tonight. Ever since George Eads announced he's going to be leaving sometime at the back end of this season 3, I feel like every MacGyver episode becomes a little more special because the chemistry between him and MacGyver, the chemistry between Jack and MacGyver is pretty special and a great dynamic on TV. He's going to be missed. So check out MacGyver at 8 o'clock, our top pick to watch. And other than that, there's only really comedies on the Fox comedy block, which has Fresh Off the Boat and Speechless, I think. No, Fox is Last Man Standing and The Cool Kids, and the ABC comedy block, which is Fresh Off the Boat and Speechless. So I don't watch sitcoms very much anymore just because I don't really have time. I choose to watch dramas over them. But if you're into watching comedies, there you go. But for me, it's all about MacGyver at 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock, you actually have two really good options. Hawaii Five-0 is back from its winter break. So they are all new tonight. But for us, we're actually going to be watching The Blacklist Part 2. This is the conclusion of the season opener from last night. Tonight, Raymond and Elizabeth and the rest of the Blacklist team are going to be chasing the Corsican. He is the man who received the facial reconstruction that we saw in last night's episode. So that is our 9 o'clock pick, is The Blacklist Part 2, the Corsican. And then you also have, rounding out the 3 spot in 9 o'clock hour, you have Hell's Kitchen. If you were into the reality side of things, I think I said earlier this week how much I like Gordon Ramsay, so all of his shows generally find their way onto my what to watch list, unless there's a lot of other things going on. But usually I make room for Gordon because he amuses me. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is that Friday wasteland. There's nothing on. There may be new Blue Bloods, but that show is invisible to me. I never got into it. So I'm pretty sure that actually may be new. If that's your thing, go for it. Otherwise, there is Secrets of the Morgue on ID channel, or as my friend Heidi calls it, the Murder Channel. There is a repeat of Mythbusters. That's the kind of stuff we're dealing with here at 10 o'clock. So maybe you watch Hawaii 5-0 if you watch Blacklist live at 9. Maybe you watch your tape of Hawaii 5-0. Otherwise, maybe go to movies. Maybe go see a late movie. Speaking of movies, really quickly, only one movie coming out today of note. That's Escape Room, starring Deborah Ann Wall, who TV people will know from True Blood and from the Netflix Marvel series. She plays Karen Page on the Netflix Marvel series Daredevil and Punisher. It also has Tyler Labine, who New to Amsterdam fans know as Iggy, the Damn Fam. So if you're looking for some TV stars in a movie, Escape Room, which looks like a psychological kind of horror thriller film, drops today. That is your daily download for Friday, January 4th, 2018. I hope you have a fantastic day. Tomorrow is Saturday. I will not be on, and then you'll see me again. Well, you'll see me tonight for What Kind of Day Has It Been, and then I'll be back Sunday morning to get you ramped up for a brand new night of Sunday television. Have a great night. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.